Hey guys, welcome to the Vauld Crypto Club. We've been tracking the updates from Vault very closely in several episodes so far, and the most recent update is this. A Singapore court just granted Vault a 3-month protection from all its creditors. Right? So Vault was asking for a 6-month protection, but the judge gave them a 3-month protection. What does this mean? It means that DeFi Payments, which is the parent company of Vault, would be protected from wind-up resolutions, the appointment of a receiver or manager, or any legal proceedings that could be directed towards the company, including anything that could be laid out by its 147,000 creditors. It means, in very simple words, that it might take you at least a minimum of 3 months before you can do anything to get your money back. Vault has 3 months of breathing space. In fact, 3 months is just the minimum. The judge mentioned that while the order expires on the 7th of November, he said that he will give an extension if Vault is transparent about the progress in repaying creditors. So, which means that your money could be stuck for a minimum of 3 months more, if not more. What else is happening? The judge, also asked Vault to consider some demands that have been coming in from a few creditors about, those in need. Right, people with emergencies. We saw this on their FAQ section in the last video. A lot of people have been writing to Vault asking, if they can get their money back because they're in an emergency or they're in need, and most of their savings are locked up in Vault. Well, the judge mentioned that Vault needs to submit a mechanism to explore, withdrawals for these creditors who are in need, and they have a deadline of 4 weeks to do that. Now, this is gray territory, right? This is extremely uncertain territory, because who decides who is in need? Right? Who decides what is an emergency? Now, that is the complete place where things can go really south. Right? There are some customers might go really angry. Maybe somebody invested $100,000 in Vault, and the company says, "Hey, only if you have invested less than $50,000, you'll be eligible for this." That might not be fair, because somebody investing $10,000 of his land, like $1 million portfolio in Vault, might not really be in need, but he'll be eligible to withdraw. Whereas somebody investing 100,000, which could be like 90% of his portfolio, but he'll not be eligible to withdraw. This is just an example, but the finer mechanisms of this can be very tricky. If the company gets this wrong, then they can face a lot of backlash from a lot of their investors. Vault also submitted in another affidavit the top 20 creditors. Right? So the top 20 creditors of Vault, collectively need to get back close to $125 million. That's just 20 people who need to get back $125 million of the, $400 million that Vault owes to all its creditors. That's an enormous number for just a few people. Just imagine this: one person alone needs to get back close to $34 million. That's a lot of money this one person has stuck at Vault. Right? So if you thought that your money was stuck, then just think of all these people whose money is also stuck. Of course, for some of them it might be a meager part of their entire wealth, but still there are people who with enormous amount of money that is stuck, and they are in the same position as you. There was one more devil in the details, right, which I found in another article right at the bottom of the article. The company's lawyer said that the company will allow a minimum withdrawal for its creditors given the court's decision. This is important. If the company decides to allow a minimum withdrawal for its creditors, how much minimum withdrawal? Because $1,000, let's say $1,000 minimum per day is allowed. I had only $10,000 and I can get it back in 10 days. If you had $100,000, it would take you way longer. It would take you like 100 days to get it back. And maybe this does not last for 100 days, because the extension that the court has given is only for 3 months. So what would happen? Will that discriminate between different sets of investors who have different amounts of money within Vault? All that needs to be taken care of. In fact, I think all these are extremely sensitive, extremely gray areas. If not executed well, it could face huge backlash from all its users. I saw that even on the Vault Telegram group, where a lot of people were discussing this. People were extremely frustrated. People were wondering what would happen in each of their scenarios. So I decided to sort of list down all the scenarios to tell you how not all the creditors are the same, right? Different scenarios that I'm trying to compile together. Maybe in the following video, I will try to explain to you what each scenario might mean for you. If each scenario plays out, what does it mean for different kinds of investors. I'll try and put that video together as soon as possible. Till then, stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, like the video, tell your friends about it, and welcome to the Vauld Crypto Club.